Good evening, everyone. Today, well, actually, I should say Friday, started the countdown, but not just any countdown, the final countdown to the graduation of a 3 adolescent, a very special boy. To be honest, I didn't quite know what to say at first, but after watching Owen Weber's video, every Maid of Honor speech, I have an idea now. I've known these boys for a very long time, and I've met each of them through different circumstances. Jonathan, I first met him when we took Taekwondo together. Frank was introduced to me by other friends, and Kevin just happened to be the son of the best teacher I ever had. Each of these boys did not start out in the same situation, and they each went to different schools, they each had different goals and dreams, but they all graduated using the same tools: determination, discipline, and endurance, which are the traits of a champion, but not just in sports, but in life. I'll go into sports psychiatrist David Hines. I met each of these boys. I have known each of these boys for a very long time. I've seen every single side of them. Happy, sad, evil, hateful, sweet. But I've also been exposed to all the weaknesses in Frank can have a bit of a temper on him, and has a tendency at times to make rash decisions without really taking the time to think about all the possibilities. But at the same time, he has brilliant street smarts, and on multiple occasions, he has been there in my hour of need. He is a very versatile musician, an amazing mechanic, one of the hardest working person I know, and one of the funniest people I know today. Kevin, who unfortunately can't be here with us today, at times I get confused on who his dad is, because at times he can talk about a story like John. He can just go on and on, like he's reading some invisible book, using all these vernaculars that make people just want to roll their eyes. I also think his fondness for violence at times is a bit unhealthy. However, saying that, he wouldn't hesitate to protect his friends and his family. And he knows that as long as there are weapons that take lives, there are weapons to save lives. And his tendency to talk at times can get a bit stale, but it is that very trait that makes him so charming. I will always have tons of respect for somebody who has devoted their time to a specific subject. But in his case, he has brilliant knowledge of many different subjects. And I mean subjects that really matter, like mechanics of cars, weaponry, and politics, and not used to stuff like celebrity concepts. He's a wonderful friend, and he never hesitates to lend a helping hand. And even though he is a bit in the dark about what the future holds for him, he just needs to know that I'll always support him in the best way I can, and he should never hesitate to ask. Last but not least, Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan, being the person I have known the longest, and even somebody who I've shared a bath with, I could read you an entire book on him, but for time's sake, I won't. John has always been a bit of a crybaby. His focus at times can be abysmal, and man, you would have never known from when he was younger, but this boy is becoming quite a dapper playboy, always having a girl in the wing. However, any girl would be lucky to end up with him. He is a flirt at a heartbeat, but he is one of the most sensitive guys I know, and he would never mistreat a girl, or anybody to be in fact. Though yes, he at times doesn't have the best focus, but I can definitely say he is way smarter than me. His critical thinking skill could also use some work, but give him time to prepare, and he's lethal. So Jonathan, Kevin, Frank, on behalf of everybody here, I'd like to congratulate you boys on your graduate of high school. Jonathan from Columbus High, Kevin from Shaw, Frank from Jordan. However, your journey hasn't ended just yet. In fact, we finished the prologue, and are now getting into the main stories of the main chapters of your story. The ink is very thick. Write a story to be proud of. If any time any one of you think that there's no more to write, just remember to grab a new pen. One of A. Mine's best and not known characters, Winnie the Pooh, was once asked a question by Piglet. He asked, "We'll be friends forever, won't we, Pooh?" And to you three, I'll ask the same question. And no matter what answer each of you give me, my answer will be even longer. So join me in giving Kevin, Jonathan, and Frank a round of applause for graduating high school. What was that?